Hello everyone out there, welcome to the conclusion part of DSP Reacts Down the Rabbit Hole Wings of Redemption. It's been a wild ride today, me going through this documentary on him. And what I'd like to do is finish this up and give my final thoughts in this next and final video. Thank you to everyone who's been watching along so far. It's an experiment. I hope you guys enjoyed the experiment. If you did, please like these videos on YouTube. Please give comments on the videos. Let me know what you think of this series. And if you want to see stuff like this continue in the future. Okay? Without further ado, let's continue on with this new situation. This is the fifth appearance of Keemstar in a documentary that's supposed to be about Wings of Redemption. Gee, I think that might say something about someone who likes to follow drama, don't you? All right, let's continue.
All that clip simply states is, I don't like who you are as a person. And in my personal experience, you're one of the worst people I've ever met. Like, on a moral standpoint.
So many times. I tried to help you so many times. I got you involved with the Billionaires Challenge thing.
How about right? After the Billionaires Challenge, where you and Blade decided to sit there and make fun of me and call me a retard, saying that you hope Wings continues to make videos forever so you can laugh at me. What about that?
But that's the strongest thing you have going for you. I mean, Wings things.
What about the lie you just said just a while ago where you said you're wing tings? What about you're not wing tings?
And I'll tell you what, Wing Tings is entertaining. And you know why it's entertaining? Because
You just changed the topic twice. Within two things that Wings called him out for, he changed the topic completely twice because he had no valid reaction to it. He was caught out and basically said, oh, I'll change the topic, redirect. Does anyone ever call out Keemstar for this stuff? Like, seriously. How is he get away with this? And why does anyone watch this? Carlos gave me the $4.20 tip, says, I confirm you're indeed a man. Well, thank you, Carlos. And then Caleb, I believe, did a super chat and says we absolutely need more of this kind of content. All right. Let's continue.
it's all your fuck-ups. Like you crying and you being upset. That is the most entertaining thing about you. I'm sorry, Wings, but it is. It always has been.
And I'm trying to use that to better myself. I got this surgery. I'm gonna get the surgery done. I'm gonna shed one of my biggest catalysts in my entire life. Hopefully I can find the strength to do that.
As these streams with Jordy tended to go, he began speaking about his own personal anxieties and struggles.
And like, I don't have, like, I'm not in the case where I'm like, just a dude that's like 250 pounds, like, oh, this didn't work out, let me fall back on my metallurgy fucking degree. Well, it's not a degree, but like job, like my metallurgy job, right? I can't do that. I'm 450-pound land monster that has entrophied muscles. Like, what the future for me, if I stop this at this point in time, is to go telemarket or work at some kind of call center, or cut movie tickets or something like that. Which is, that's a good living for a lot of people, but like, it's not what I want for me, right?
Oops. Oh my god, I hit the fucking thing again? This is pissing me off. What did I hit? What did I do? What is now? I did it again. Dude, I gotta alright, next time I do one of these, every moment I'm putting my controller over here. This is like the millionth time I did that. As you can tell, it's my first time doing this. Please forgive me, guys. I'm a newbie and I'm fucking up. Okay? I'm obviously having issues here. How long is this segment? Oh my god, it's long, huh?
Kind of call center.
There we go.
Or,
Perfect
cut
time.
Movie tickets or something like that. Which is, that's a good living for a lot of people, but like, it's not what I want for me. Right? And like,
This is so boring. You're literally giving me the like victim card, sad card stuff.
Whatever you want to call it, man. Like, the fact is,
why don't you just stop being a victim? Why don't you just stop being a victim? All right. I'm sorry, I'm getting loud and angry.
I'm trying to stop being a
victim.
How do you stop being a victim when everyone on the internet constantly attacks you? It's impossible. When you are always the target of something, you can't not be a victim. You are a victim. Like, he was very upset. He said something stupid on a stream. Keemstar could have said, well, this doesn't really affect me at all. No one cares. I'll ignore it. You instead pulled him onto your live stream because you threatened to have him banned from Twitch, and now you're complaining to him for being a victim. You're the one who set him into that position. He's the victim of you forcing him to be on this stream. This is 1,000,000% hypocritical, zero self-awareness at all by Keemstar, and it's completely fucked up. Do I agree? No, he should have never threatened Keemstar. Of course not. That was completely in the wrong. But at some point, you got to, pick your battles and grow up and be mature and be like, okay, people say shit about me, ignore it, right? Like, what is this? You think don't be a victim. You just made him a victim. You forced him to be a victim on your own stream, and now you're saying don't be a victim. Wow, you're a genius.
Trying to stop being a victim. Why do you think I'm working toward bettering myself?
I'm going to give you real advice. This is real advice, all right? Percent. This is like, not Keemstar. This is Dan Keem talking to Jordy.
Mm-hmm.
You have been doing this for a very long time. And as you do this online internet stuff, what happens with your health and your happiness? Nothing. All right? The only way you are ever going to be happy, honestly, is by quitting the internet.
Around this time, Jordy seemed to have made up his mind about getting bariatric surgery, believing that it was the only way that he feasibly could lose weight. While
See, and here's the thing. He says quit the internet. I can't quit the internet. I need the money to get the bariatric surgery, right? His situation is that he can't get out of what he's in. He's not happy to making content. He doesn't like the content he makes anymore. People will only watch him play and rage at games. He even says, "You'll only watch me play fucking Rainbow Six. I hate Rainbow Six, but you'll only watch me play Rainbow Six because I rage at it," right? So every moment he's doing content, he hates it, right? But he can't get out of the content. To get out of the content, he has to repair his life, his physical ability to do something else outside of just sitting there playing games all day. The only way to do that is to make more content to raise the money to get the surgery. It's like a vicious fucking circle. It never ends. It's an endless circle that he's stuck in, right? At this point, I would say, you know, for me, I love what I do. I love doing this right now. This is really cool day that I had today hanging out with all of you and doing this content. It was very unique and interesting. I love my daily gameplay streams. I like the podcast I do every day. I have a ton of fun with it. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I persevere to do it. Even if I got tough times and shit, I still want to do it. I still love it. I think it's going to have value for a lot of people. It has value for me. He's not in that situation. He's way worse off than me. He's like, I hate everything I'm doing, and I'm just stuck doing it. That's terrible. Terrible situation. Big Papa Phil did a $5 tip. He says, is there a part of you that wants to reach out to Jordy after watching this, even if you won't ever do it? I think it's easy for streamers in your position to feel like they may be alone against a mob of hate, but you understand what he's going through. No, I totally understand what he's going through. And, you know, I do. Like I said, watching this video, I think he's made a lot of mistakes, but at the same time, a lot of the mistakes are because of reasons that I understand, because I've been in that situation of depression. And I've also been in situations where everyone's against you, right? It feels like the whole world's against you. There's no support system there. It's fucked up. And when you've got predatory people out there, right? Like his haters, like Keemstar, and to some extent, that group of friends that he had with the Painkiller Already podcast, where they were putting him into these situations that were bad for him, and they were not looking out for his best interests. When that's happening to you over and over and over, to some extent, you gotta step back and say, okay, yeah, he's a living meme, but he's also a person. And these things happen for a reason, and we can look at those reasons and analyze them and say, this is a cautionary tale, but at the same time, holy shit, do we really have to, like, really destroy this guy constantly? Like, sure, every once in a while have a laugh or something at a meme, but do we constantly have to be ripping this guy a new asshole every day? We're, like, can you please grow up? And I mean it. Like, anyone who does that, can you please grow the fuck up? We're not done yet, but I mean, it's ridiculous. This is actually what I was kind of saving for my finale. Is what I'm seeing here is that he's not the devil. He's not a horrible person. He's someone who had a lot of problems and didn't have the support he needed to get through them. And on top of that, people who were literally at all directions pulling him into bad ideas, bad situations, and he didn't have anyone to say, stop, don't. That's bad. That's going to hurt you in the long run. Instead, he was just left to do whatever he wanted. I said this, that in the history of me being a content creator, when I started way back when in 2008, there was no example of anyone else who had done it like this before me. I had no one's life I could follow. I had no blueprint. There was no outline on how to do it right. There was no, oh, if someone fucks with you, ignore them. No one told me that. There was no history of this yet. So for me, I was going through it for the very first time. I was a trailblazer in a lot of ways, and that's why I made a lot of fucking mistakes doing it, because I was completely oblivious to what could possibly happen if you make a bad decision, you make a bad joke, you do a bad thing, okay? People need to look at these stories and learn from them. For two things. Don't do it yourself. Don't become Wings. Don't become, to some extent, early Dark Side Phil, okay? But at the same time, for God fucking sakes, grow the fuck up. Stop harassing these people. They don't fucking deserve to have their lives ruined because you think it's funny. Okay. Sambuca did a $10 tip. He says, this was overdue. I'm glad you went outside your comfort zone. I look forward to the next one. Tartarian Truth, thank you, by the way. Tartarian Truth did a $4.20 tip. He says, nice to see you do this type of content. Shows your empathetic side. I'll probably end up helping both you and Wings in the long run. Seems like people are starting to see that the trolls have done far worse to you guys than you ever deserve. I don't know about that. Listen, I don't even really know, honestly, why people wanted to see me do this video, or this series of videos at this point. But if anything, if, like I said, if you can get something out of it and realize that these memes are harmful, I mean it too, like, okay, let's laugh, haha, chicken tendies, and fucking look here, look, listen. This is a guy's life. This is his fucking life that was destroyed by people on the internet, okay? And he didn't have a guide to tell him bad. I wish he did. I wish that he was someone to help him, right? He didn't have that. So you gotta cut some people some fucking slack and stop harassing them and just get a life. I mean it. Like, stop harassing these fucking people. Like, okay, have a good laugh every once in a while, but, you know, you get to a point, it gets to the extreme. You know what I mean? This is ridiculous. Anyway, I want to finish the video, guys. So which hat is finale best? I've got to do this quickly. I want to get a hat on. We hit the hat goal. Thank you, guys. Let's see. What did we do earlier? We did the Pikachu hat. So we'll do a Viking hat. We'll do a fake hair hat. We'll do the Punisher beanie. And we'll do the real-life Dumas helmet. It's not really a helmet. It's knit. Many of you probably have never seen it before. It's really stupid. Please vote. If you're on the stream, please vote on a hat. Let's go, because we're never going to finish if I keep pausing.
He was still considering both America and Mexico as options. He learned that the American doctor would refuse to perform the operation unless he could reduce his weight to 400 pounds.
Okay.
While Jordy would
What was he at?
sometimes share his weight, viewers were consistently dubious about his honesty, as he had a history of bending the truth.
I wonder
For
how much would he
example,
really
in
weigh?
2013, while recording a podcast, he had claimed that he had been shot in the leg after shouting at a man breaking into his mother's car,
What?
but he would later admit that this scenario was a fabrication. In this case, he claimed to be 460 pounds. He also revealed that he was prescribed a medication called Lexapro, an antidepressant used to control the effects of anxiety. But almost immediately after he stated his intentions, his life would undergo a sudden and violent interruption.
Oh my god, this never ends, man. This is insane, the levels of shit. This is like shit up. This is like the ultimate quadruple decker shit sandwich. It's like the shit club. A layer of delicious lunch meat shit, turkey shit, fucking lettuce and tomato shit, mayo made of shit. The bread has shit with little crustules of shit on the shit. The bacon's shitty. Holy fuck, man. This is incredible. Anyway, let's see. Shit milkshake to wash it down.
On March 6th, only 2 days after the video about his bariatric surgery, he uploaded a video entitled, "So, I Got Swatted," which shows his stream with an empty chair and the sounds of a SWAT team in the background.
It's fucked up. Actually, okay. I was swatted. It was scary, but not as scary as it could have been because I had previously notified my law enforcement out here when I moved here that this could possibly happen because I was an internet streamer. So luckily when they came, they kind of knew it was probably a hoax. They still came in, they checked my shit, but it's fucked up. We don't need to go into how bad swatting is. Everyone now agrees people have died during these events and things. It's fucked up. I'm shocked it took this long. What is this, 2018 now? It's 2017 or 2018. I think it's 2018. I mean, damn. This guy's been the ire or under the ire of the internet for a long, long time. And, you know, I was swatted in 2015. I'm surprised it happened that late. I'm surprised we didn't hear about it earlier. Because, you know, in this regard, like, I'm trying to think, like, a lot of people had been involved in news stories about swatting at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, swatting has definitely, I think, been reduced a lot because of the stories about people getting hurt during swatting and stuff. So it's kind of messed up this happened so recently. It's kind of scary, actually.
At one point, a SWAT team member walks in front of the camera for a short time.
Exactly what happened with
During
mine, I
this
think, right?
video, they ask who might have called in the team, and Jordy can be overheard giving a particular compilation channel name.
Wings Tings, he's going to say. Yeah, he said wings tings.
This came shortly after the high-profile case of Andrew Finch, who was killed in a swatting incident, and in
There
light
you
of
go.
this development, Wingstings deleted their channel, citing their discomfort with the troll community.
Wow.
Unsurprisingly for onlookers, Jordy was unable to lose the weight in the time frame he had set for himself, and so he committed to getting the surgery in Mexico, though the ponderous way he went about planning it made onlookers dubious about his resolve. In the meantime, new channels were appearing that copied Sean Ranklin's style of highlighting moments from Jordy's streams. What's remarkable about these highlights, however, is that they would not only highlight his moments of rage and
What the fuck's that
frustration,
box stuck
but
out?
also genuinely humorous moments, creating a surprisingly broad view of Jordy. However, the comments would reveal the most prevalent reason for viewers to watch these videos, as did the donation messages, such as one that read, quote, "Can you call your grandma? I have a turd stuck up my ass and I need help getting it out." People would
Wow.
tease him with his verbal tics, such as real talk, look here, and big ups, as well as frequently quoting Sean Ranklin's first video. They would also come up with numerous names for him. For example, upon discovering documentation that someone had at least once lived at Jordy's address by the name of Richard, people began to suspect that this was Jordy's legal first name. While this rumor proved untrue, calling Jordy Richard clearly upset him, and so people began calling him
Really?
variations of it,
That's
with
where it
one
came
common
from.
comment becoming Big Ups Liquid Richard. They also began teasing him for his love of Wendy's chili and microwaved banquet meals, which he would occasionally eat on stream.
I was gonna say, where did the memes about him eating come from? And you're saying he would eat it on stream. All right, you want to know the truth? That's why I don't eat on stream, man. Only for my special shows like Feasting with the King. And I know some streamers do it. Some streamers, wisely, if they're going to eat, they say, okay, I'm about to eat, and then they turn the camera off. And they'll actually keep playing while they eat. Don't ask me how they do that. That's some fucking fourth world, I have 20-arm finagled shit. When I eat, I got to focus on eating. I make a mess trying to play and eat at the same time. But definitely, here, like, already you're known on the internet for being overweight and having a bad lifestyle. Why are you eating on stream? Like, that's a horrible, yet another horrible idea. Okay? So it looks like Punisher Beanie's about to win. Because we got to get it on quick because we're running out of time. All right, Punisher Beanie. I'll put on the Punisher Beanie for you guys. If we hit the full tip skull, it's a vest as well, but let me get the hat
At
on
this
for you.
point, he had become openly vocal about the reason he continued to stream.
The only way I play this game is in hopes to get donations and subscriptions. Like that's the only reason I'm playing it.
In a somewhat surprising turn of events, the members of the Painkiller Already podcast began discussing Jordy as well, speculating whether or not he would receive the surgery for which he had pined for years. Most notably, on April 21st, the Painkiller Already podcast hosted content producer Mr. Medicare, and a significant portion of the episode was dedicated to Woody and Kyle describing Jordy and his numerous misadventures, told with
So, Mr. Medicare hates me too. I have no clue who he is. I don't have a clue. I think he's done multiple things regarding me. I don't know who he is. I seriously have not a clue who he is. But I guess he's done entire fucking things ripping me a new asshole too, but... Okay. Anyway. So this now it comes full circle. This was the podcast that was way early on, like over an hour ago, right? And now they're coming full circle that this is when they were doing all this. So, just think about this, okay? The guy, you've disassociated yourself with the guy. You've kicked him off your podcast. You have nothing to do with the guy. You don't talk to him anymore. There's no association. Let's have a show where we bring on a guest and we just riff on him the whole show. Doesn't that sound like a good idea? Something that nice guys would do? You know, and again, I know people said, oh, well, you know, Jordy did terrible things to these people. And so you leave that in the past. Like, okay, personally, I feel like I've been wronged by a few people in my life. Some of you guys know some of them, okay? Have I ever just sat here and said, we're going to do an entire show where I just riff on these guys and I just tell you all the bad things about them? Has that ever happened? Right? No, because that's my past. Right? Why am I going to go back in time and do this? It's fucked up. The guy's having a terrible life. He needs to get bariatric surgery. Let's do a show where we just make fun of him constantly. This sounds like a good idea. Right? Just definitely some really nice people involved here. Seriously, like I'm sure these are just like the nicest guys you want to be your friends in real life. Definitely, you know, looking out for you and the best of your own interests, right?
with a
Pretty fucked
derisive
up.
and comedic zeal. Sean Ranklin, using a quote from Kyle, released a video on March 22, 2018, in which he describes a scene from one of Jordy's streams that he had seen highlighted from one of the compilation channels.
I was watching a stream clip the other day, and it was probably the darkest thing I'd ever seen in Wing's stream before. And he went and produced a photograph, a framed picture, and he was like, "This is me when I weighed, I want to say 240 pounds, and something happens. Something deep happened." He was just like
Very young.
like
Very
a
young
loss
picture.
of hope. Like there was a moment where he was like, "That's where I was, and this is where I am." It was a dark moment. But then he started eating his banquet meal, and that perked us right back up because he chews like a dog, you know, just
Wow.
chomp chomp swallow.
What nice things to say. The guy is clearly depressed about his life. He's fucked up in the head. He's got no hope. Let's make fun of how he chews. How could you watch their content? No, I mean it now. How many scumbags have we seen in this documentary today? How could you possibly watch their content? I would be like, I never want to ever see anything with you guys ever again. You're disgusting to me. You're disgusting people. You're fucking scumbags. You would even do this right now. I can't believe. I seriously can't believe that they would act like this and people are okay with this. This is acceptable behavior. Successful content creators on the internet.
Chomp swallow,
Holy
and
fuck,
that banquet
man.
meal's gone. And then when he was done with it, he starts scraping up all the gravy with the fork and like getting all the juices that were in the bottom of the plastic tray, and we're just like, this is not a diet.
Jordy continued to engage with
This is not a diet. No fucking shit. He weighs over 400 pounds, you fucking dumbass piece of shit. You are an idiot. You're an asshole. You're a scumbag.
the so-called troll discords as well, but with one important difference. He would stream at least some of these interactions on Twitch, such as one instance which Sean Ranklin uploaded onto their channel. Immediately upon joining, people began teasing him with well-known quotes.
I'm only going to talk, and it's only going to be civilized. If you guys play clips like you're
Here we
doing
go
right
again.
now,
Why are you doing this?
if you try to be funny, if you try
You've
to do
done it
any
again.
mean shit, I leave instantly, and I stop talking.
Leave
While
now.
it's not certain
They already did it.
precisely how many
Leave.
people joined, it quickly devolved into people talking over one another.
Yo, what's up?
Shout out to Sean Ranklin.
Just leave. That's it. You're done. Cut the cord. What are you doing? He
All
puts
right,
himself
one
in
more
the
time,
situation,
One
man.
more
Again.
meme, and I'm out.
One more.
what you
Just
guys
one
do.
more. This
Despite
whole life
his
is going to be
threats to
just one
leave,
more.
he found himself unable for some time.
I'm getting the I'm getting the fucking surgery, dude. I'm getting it.
Okay, buddy. Yeah, all right, I'm sure.
Okay.
You're Liquid Richard.
You can go. All right, I'm out. By the way, whoever just did that, I'm out. I'm getting.
Yeah, I want you to. I'm out. I'm looking here. I'm looking, listen, all right?
You see, Wayne, you're too scared to face your own reality.
I'm getting the fucking surgery, dude. Here's the truth. Here's the truth
He's still
about my
talking
life.
to these
right?
guys. Why?
I'm 460 pounds. I'm 460 pounds. My grandma can't take care of me the rest of her life, and she's I don't know how much longer she's gonna live. So like, if I don't get this surgery, there's nobody there for me in life. So if I get bedridden, guess what? I'm pretty much fucked. So I have to get the surgery. There is nothing to do with it. You see how you act, dude? Like seriously.
You're a little kid. Shut the fuck up.
Little kid, you just went.
Alright, Jordy. We'll move on. Alright, look here. Look, listen.
Why did he not quit?
I'm not fighting Keemstar. I'm not
He's
going
not
on
annoying.
PK. Here's what I'm most likely going to do. I'm most likely just going to quit, and you're going to lose your toy.
Dang, you're gonna. How about that guy?
You know why I won't? You know I haven't quit yet. Why don't I have the balls to quit? I have enough money to pay my house off and the surgery and do everything I need to do.
Oops. I did it again.
Dang, you're gonna. How about that guy?
You know why I won't? You know I haven't quit yet. Why don't I have the
This
balls
down.
to quit? I have enough money to pay my house off and the surgery and do everything I need to do.
You fucking cry on stream for money. You don't have the balls.
I haven't cried on stream for money in a long time. Listen, shut up. Let me speak a fucking sentence without people interjecting.
This is gonna be on Twitter.
Like that's not gonna make
It doesn't
worse.
matter. Here's the thing. The only reason I let me talk. Mute them.
Shout out Urban. Look, even your own dogs. That's ridiculous.
The Painkiller Already subreddit would also be used as a place for those interested in Jordy to congregate, occasionally criticizing him and pointing out inconsistencies in some of his claims. For example, on May 28th, someone with particular interest in him created a long Reddit post in which they detailed why they believed he had lied about scheduling his surgery in Mexico. Of note was the fact that this person had tested Jordy's honesty by applying for bariatric surgery at the same location. Where Jordy had claimed that it took some time to be scheduled, this person claimed that, in his experience, the clinic offered to schedule the surgery as soon as he paid the $500 deposit.
Grubby the Great, no, I would never go on a troll Discord and yell at anyone. Like I said, I stay away from that shit. I'm never going to subject myself to that. If there's zero reason to, there would never be a positive benefit from it at all. It would just be completely toxic and negative. It would benefit absolutely no one but them. So why on earth would I do that, right? Yeah.
Jordy would discuss this mounting scrutiny during his streams.
Not to mention, I'm scared to fucking death of the surgery. I'm scared of it. Who do I get to talk to about it? Nobody. Because if I talk about anything, on everything, there's a video made about it, and there's 20,000 people laughing at me, or there's a podcast with 100,000 viewers making fun of me, calling me a fucking idiot. What is there? It's like, seriously, what is there? What do I do this for a privilege for? Like, seriously, about a privilege to fucking sleep all goddamn day, play the same fucking games over and over and over again, to feel like shit, to realize nobody's ever gonna fucking love me? Like, what is the privilege that I fucking get?
Damn.
No, I don't got any friends, dude. I spend my entire life sitting in this fucking room.
By this point, he also had begun taking his Lexapro despite his initial reservations.
Like, I'm not off Lexapro. This is coming through Lexapro. Because I'm always stressed out. Like y'all motherfuckers give me so much anxiety. Anxiety meds aren't even working for me right now. I'm a fat dude. I'm going to cheat. It's going to happen. One of the reasons I'm getting this surgery is I'm trying to buy willpower. I'm trying to fuck myself up so badly that if I cheat, I'm going to vomit. And I'm going to throw up. And my body will reject food to the point that I force myself to learn a new way.
It's not how it works. That's why the American place would let him do it. That's not how it works. You have to have the discipline. You have to have a plan. You have to be enabled. It would never work. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, again, it's destined to fail. You're going to get the surgery, and because you think the surgery is going to magically fix everything, it doesn't. It takes work, just like anything else. Diet, exercise, and people around you to support you and have that support so you will do the right things. That's why this was destined to fail. There was no way that surgery was ever going to work for him. His plan going into it was it's the magic fix. So it's not going to work. Thank you, Joey, for the tip. I appreciate the $4.20 tip. I don't think I'm better than anyone else. There you go.
Soon after this stream, he would take to the Reddit thread and admit that the creator of the thread was correct. He had indeed not yet paid the deposit due to nervousness over the procedure. On June 16th, the members of the Painkiller Already podcast were discussing the likelihood of Jordy actually scheduling and receiving the surgery.
So, wing surgery is quickly approaching.
I may lose $5. I'm starting to think that he's telling the truth on this.
Yeah, get ready to dole that out. I would like it in doubloons.
I saw him subreddit.
He breaks out the happy pills, so I don't watch his streams very much, but the highlight videos, I swear, I haven't even subscribed to any of the highlight video channels, but because I watch them all, YouTube knows that I secretly want to and keeps suggesting them from me. And yeah, he takes it and he's just like, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it.
Okay.
On June 28, 2018, Jordy posted pictures of himself in a hospital gown to his Twitter feed, and soon he was back in his mother's modular home. He had opted for a surgery called a vertical sleeve gastrectomy, in which approximately 90% of the stomach is removed.
Wow,
Almost
90?
immediately, he began to question his decision.
Like, I wanted my life to be so much different after the surgery, and it's not really. It's not. Like, I just text just like 20 minutes ago and canceled the plans I had for today because I'm going to have to stream again today to try to keep my subs up. And, you know, like, I'm stuck in the same routine again where it's like I'm fucking here. And like right now, like I'm so sick of sitting in chairs. That's the reason I bought this chair today on a whim. Like I'm so sick of like my body hurting for sitting in chairs because I'm so big. And like I want to lose weight faster than I'm losing weight right now. And I'm not doing everything I could be doing to help that alone. Like I'm not.
No, because it was destined to fail. For that to work, he had to change his life. Say, okay, I'm still going to stream because I need to make money, but I got to dramatically reduce the amount I stream. I have to have a support system in place so I can exercise, I can be healthy, and then come in and stream. Maybe even have like have his followers, if they're really into it, which it seems like they are. They paid for it, right? Have a goal like set. Like they understand he can't stream as much, but they're going to support him a certain amount to offset the fact that he can't stream as much, so that he can be healthy. If they really care about him, right? I don't get this. It just seems like people paid for the surgery, right? But no one like set him up for the expectation of what he had to do after. So of course it's not going to work. He literally says, "Oh, I'm stuck here because the magic fix didn't work." There was no magic fix. That's not what bariatric surgery is. This is so weird. By the way, we're almost at the end. Wow.
He continued to stream, and in part due to his new antidepressants, he had stopped reacting with such explosive anger as he once had, though he still would often read troll donations aloud before realizing what they were, or simply out of exasperation. It's also possible that he recognized how much of his income was coming from these troll donations, and he wanted to encourage them to a certain degree.
Art of Redemption, draw me like one of your banquet meals, you sexy man. I want to get Coomdon? Oh. How many months do you have left to you? I don't have HIV, man. Hey, Carbine PPSH. Wow, you're really fat. That's cool. Let's do the donation rundown. Trailer Park Redemption donated 1. I can respect that one. What? The guy goes, I donate, but since I'm in Great Britain, it's in pounds, and you obviously don't need no more of those. Bob Gnarly. What's cool? I know you're a lazy fucking bum who doesn't want to work because...
Why are you reading it?
6 pounds, yet I still work 60 hours a week doing manual labor. Get a job, you parasite.
However, while few developments were occurring post-surgery for Jordy, the community around him would begin experiencing significant upheavals, some of which were revealed publicly. In early 2019...
Hold on. Thank you, Oso Chris P, for the channel support. Super supporter. It's higher level. Thank you for that.
A man named Joshua Moon, best known as Null, the owner and operator of the Kiwi Farms, hosted a stream in which he discussed the history of Jordy. The most surprising part of his stream wasn't the section about Jordy himself, but rather the troll community that had built around him.
And my rabbit hole into this world started with asking a question. Who is Lean? And the answer I got to that question was... Ha 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 lol, you mad bro, ha 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 ha, mad bro, mad, piss, pisses on shithead, piss, ha ha ha, piss, sis, lamau, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, lol, piss. And that, my friends, is the fucking moment I decided, holy shit, these people are fucking crazy. These people are fucking nuts. This is not just some random fucking faggot from their Discord. This is a trusted user. There's like 12 of these people. It's a Discord with like 1,000 motherfuckers, and this motherfucker is at the tippy top. He's up there in the upper echelons of the trolldom. This shit. When I was in there asking people about Lean, a couple days after I spoke to Lean, people are like, well, you know, he started to monetize his videos. I'm like, oh, is that it? And they're like, no, he makes him look positive in his videos. Well, fucking goddamn, that sounds awful. Let's look at this. Let's look at one of these DS positive videos that Lean put out on Wings of Redemption.
Thanks for the shout out.
It's fucking stupid. Like, all their fucking effort, they still couldn't stop me from going 40 and 10. After all their fucking effort, they still couldn't do it.
And this is what pisses them off. In his videos, if Wings of Redemption gets trolled the fuck out but still ends up 40 to 10 with a 4-1 KD, a very, very good score, he'll include it in his highlight clips. And that is verboten. It is not allowed. If he does well in the video game, you cut that shit out. You leave that on the clipping floor.
Soon after, he reveals that apparently Lean claimed to a troll server that he had hired people to gather the personal information of everyone present in it. After trying to talk to the people in the troll server, Null was banned, and the owners completely purged the chat logs of the entire channel in order to prevent Joshua from gathering information and taking screenshots of the conversation. But this wasn't the only piece of infighting that was occurring. Some months later, on July 3rd, the Wings of Redemption subreddit's Discord server was, quote, given a holy cleansing. One of the moderators of the subreddit wrote that, quote, the server has fallen down a manhole of noxious biohazard shit, and it all started with Road banning users for having different political opinions in favor of keeping user SodaSweet as a mod, who was a guy with children that was sending and receiving nudes from...
So, in general, people who troll full-time, who sit on Discords trolling people, who sit on websites trolling people, who in general spend their entire time trolling people, probably aren't very well-adjusted people. They're probably fucking nuts. Wow, what a revelation. We didn't know that, right? I mean, normal people don't do that. Normal people don't have those kind of actions. They have lives. They have positive things in their life to do. They don't sit on the internet trying to ruin the life of someone else that they don't even have direct interactions with, you see? So all this is it. Yes, you've exposed something that anyone should know. It should be common knowledge and common sense that people who do this are fucked in the head and basically are not okay, you know? But it's like, this is some big revelation, not to me. This is something that I've put up with for many, many, many years. I know the people who do this stuff to me are not normal people. They need help. That's why they would do it. Anyone, you would think you'd have a conscience or something to tell you the kind of hurtful stuff you're doing to people constantly is bad at some point. How do you not have that moral compass? How do you not have any piece of sympathy, empathy for anyone around you? How can you be such a sociopath that I have an entire channel dedicated to hating someone. I have a Discord dedicated to hating someone. I'm on a website hating someone. We troll their streams. We troll their chats. We troll their videos. We troll their YouTube comments. We monetize content that makes fun of them. We make montage videos about it. It's like, at some point, you've got to say, what the hell? Like, something's wrong here, right? Right? Okay.
From another user by the name of 3PM, who was another bloke that enjoyed cross-dressing and posing as a female. End quote. He went on to describe the arguments and fights that members would have there, specifically attacking the head admin on the server. As the troll community fought among itself, Jordy continued his habit of Twitch streaming, maintaining a view count between 300 and 700 consistently, with irregular donations, but so far, very little has changed. While he has visibly lost weight as a result of his surgery, he has stated that he is still over 300 pounds, much heavier than he should have been a year after his surgery. He continues to state that he wants to stop making gaming content online, but he can't convince himself to leave the reliable money, and so he continues to read troll donations and ban accounts from his stream chat, only for the trolls to replace them with new accounts shortly afterward. Many speculate that Jordy may only stop streaming on Twitch when people stop donating money, but the amount he receives only seems to be increasing with time, as people pay to send him messages in order to harass him. Jordy Jordan now stands as an example of what happens when someone without the proper mental fortitude, flexibility, or attitude is suddenly given fame in a niche area, and when someone's poor social habits alienate them from any kind of support network, whether in the form of their contemporaries or their viewer base. He also shows what can happen to those who feel themselves incapable of making any sort of significant change in their lives, and the fates to which they may consign themselves.
That it? Looks like that's gonna be it. Probably just credits. All right.
Hello, Jordy. Hello.
Just the credits. So, first of all, Frederick Knudsen, thank you. That was really nice of you to allow me to watch your video. And it was a very well done documentary, in my opinion. Your voice is perfect for this kind of content. And it seemed well researched. Again, it's hard for me to really comment on how good, because I don't know the truth. I wasn't there for the ride. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't there all along for the ride to know if it's all 100% truthful or not. I can only give you my perspective from someone who has watched it now and trying to get caught up on someone who's been referenced in my content for years and 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 years. Okay? So, first of all, great quality documentary, okay? Definitely more in depth than the one that he did on me. The one he did on me was only 30 minutes long, but those are his formative years as a documentarian. He didn't think anyone would watch something longer than 30 minutes long, so a lot of topics about me are kind of glossed over, while this is very, very much more in depth, okay? And it was good. I liked it. As long as it's truthful with what he researched, but I can't speak to that. All I can tell you is what I think based on what I just saw, okay? Thank you to Wings, who actually gave me permission to watch this live, because it was eye-opening for me, okay? To summarize, I think that Wings of Redemption is someone who, much like me, got popular early on in the days of YouTube when there was no guidelines of what to do, how to act, you know, how do you react to a certain situation, what's the best option here or there. He didn't know, and he just kind of tried to wing it. I know that's a pun. And in a lot of cases, because of his own personality, because of his own, you know, shortcomings, the fact that he did apparently suffer from depression, at least from everything I've seen in this video, that's evidence that that is the case. Excuse me. That essentially, he made a lot of bad choices, okay? Things that he said and did. And sometimes, I hate to say it, a lot of the things that happened to him seem to be the direct result of people around him who either were not a support system he needed. He had no support system in place to get him through these times, okay? Or the people who were supposed to be there as his support system were not. People on that Painkiller Already show that are supposed to be his friends, pulling him into situations that anyone who understands depression knows that he's not going to do them. But then somehow he becomes the villain of the whole situation. And again, this doesn't excuse any kind of fucked up things that he did to them behind the scenes. But again, if you understand depression, there's a level of self-destructive behavior to depression where you hate yourself enough that you want to bring everything down around you, including yourself and your relationships. Anything good has to come to an end when you are truly depressed. That's how it works. And I feel to some extent that's exactly what happened, is that everyone around him didn't understand what was going on with him because they haven't been there. They don't have depression. And because of that, they don't understand how it can make you do very bad things. Say things, act out, do things. I am not excusing what he's done. He actively could have tried to get help. He actively could have done things way differently. There's absolutely no reason for threats against anyone on this planet. You know, I'm going to kill you, or this, I think you deserve to die. That's fucked up. Should never happen, okay? Under no circumstance. But at the same time, you know, you watch this tale and you're like, this guy just constantly got purposely set up to fail by a lot of people. He was always the butt of the joke. He was always the one who they really hoped that he would get pulled down. Now, admittedly, at first, when this started to happen, it was because he was so cocky. He got so wrapped up in his own internet ego. He got so embroiled in the whole situation where I'm the best Call of Duty player, or, you know, my shit doesn't stink. You know what I mean? I absolutely need to have notoriety as one of the better or best Call of Duty players. I'll play the guy who's known for zombies in a competitive multiplayer match and beat his ass. What did it even matter if he won? He was known as the guy who played multiplayer constantly, so what was even the point of the challenge? But he still accepted it. You see, again, guess who put him into it? His buddies at Painkiller Already. You see what I'm saying? Like, his buddies kind of got him roped into all this shit constantly. So I am not forgiving or exonerating Wings from anything that he said or did over the years that's horrible. And again, we only have one take. We don't actually know other perspectives. Perhaps there's way more to the story than we know outside of what was factually covered in this documentary. But from watching the documentary, I can understand why some people from an outsider's perspective who don't know the full story would make, oh, look at this funny reaction that he did this one time when he was playing a game, and laugh at it and, oh, look here, look, listen, and stuff like that. But when you watch it in context of the full story, right? When you watch it in context of the entire full story, it's actually way more complex and way more fucked up. You know, it is a cautionary tale. of if you jump into something early and you don't have anyone to guide you, you don't have the right support system in place to help you when you fall, you need someone to lift you back up. He didn't seem to have that at all. It was just constant people ridiculing, making fun, spinning him in the wrong direction. His relationships, women using him for money and shit. Now, I'm not saying that that's exactly what happened, but that's, again, it's kind of how this makes it look in this documentary. Himself making tons of bad financial decisions. I don't even understand that situation with the mortgage. I still don't get it. It's confusing as fuck to me. I don't know, how that worked. So, to me, I watch this situation, and I'm like, man, it's fucked up because so many people come to my content and come to my streams, and they make fun of this guy. And I'm like, I understand you want to get a quick laugh, a quick meme, but man, you guys rag on this guy 24/7. You come to my streams with names that have to do about him, and it's just endless memes. And you gotta understand, especially for someone like him, who apparently it seems like has issues with depression, it compounds it. It's worse for him that happens, because he's gonna keep fucking up, because his mind puts him in that mindset. Whenever it looks like things are getting better, and then something turns around and gets worse, and it's like, oh fuck, now that's it, back to doom and gloom, and then everyone makes fun of him again. It's I've been there. I've been in that level where everything looks bleak, everything looks bad, and even things that are good, you can't see them. When Keemstar was trying to say to him, look at the good things you have in life. People want to be like you. People are trying to ride your coattails. People like who you are. You're popular on the internet, right? And he couldn't see that. To him, it's everything. He's an endless cycle. He'll never get better. You know what I mean? Now, the thing is, I guess the epilogue to the story is, at least for now, I've heard that he got married. And I guess maybe does he have a support system now? I would hope so. I don't know. Again, I don't watch his content. I haven't watched a follow-up video on this to know what's improved in the last 2 to 3 years since this video was made. I don't know. But I would seriously hope that things got better for him after watching this, even with the despicable things he said about people, right? Yeah, horrible thing, wishing people dead, wishing people car accidents and stuff. It's unacceptable. But at the very same time, I would hope that he got the help and the support that he needed, whether it's mental help, whether it's that emotional help of a family to back him, because it seems like that was always lacking, even though he's, my grandmother and this and that. But then you find out the mortgage is fucked up and this is fucked up, and he didn't have what he needed at the times when he was at his lowest. You know what I'm saying? In fact, that even pulled him further, because then, oh shit, my internet stuff's fucked up. Everyone's making fun of me online. Let me have my personal life now, everything's fucked up. It was just like everywhere he turned, there was no escape, right? I'm actually being told earlier today he was watching this stream and he was enjoying it with his wife. I'm happy to hear that. I really am. I wish this guy the best, because you see that, you're like, oh my God, man. Like, geez, I just hope that there's not a bad end. I want there to be a good end to that story, even with all the fucked up stuff in there. And if anything, when you watch that, there's a certain group of people that are like the recurring villains. You know what I'm saying? It really is a tale of, wow, look at these people who show up 5 times in the video, and every time it's in a negative way. It's like, wow. But content creation, to me, in the modern day, it doesn't get me. I don't understand it. That people watch these people who do this fucked up stuff, and they think that it's acceptable, they think that it's valid, they think that it's a form of entertainment that's like, you know what I'm saying? It seems to me like if you have a soul, if you have a fucking conscience, how could you support that kind of shit? But people do, right? Am I wrong in saying that Keemstar is a millionaire? I think he is, right? So, I mean, holy shit. How? How could people have, how are there not enough good people on Earth to look at shit like that and be like, look at what this stuff that's happened over these years. And that's kind of what gets to me, is when you hear that stuff and you're like, not to say that I want, that Wings didn't do anything wrong. He did, man. But anyway, I liked this documentary a lot. I did. I really enjoyed it. I hope that you guys liked it. I've never seen it before. That was really well done, in my opinion. Frederick Knudsen gets a humongous thumbs up from me on this one. And what I would say is, the reason I really liked it is because it didn't seem to take stances. It wasn't like he was siding with one or the other. He was just kind of like trying to relay the facts down the way that they were reported to the internet or publicly made in a video or whatever. And because of that, you can make your own judgments, right? Like, I felt like you could make your own judgments based on what you were seeing. And I like that about it. And it's hard because a lot of people say to me, why don't you react to a different kind of video, this video, that video? Because they're not unbiased. That's the problem. If there was unbiased videos out there, that's okay. But the problem is it's so hard to find an unbiased video about a topic like this on the internet. Most of them are very biased one way or the other. Especially if you go to the detractor content of anyone like Wings, me, it's so ridiculous, over the top, skewed, and it's ridiculous. Why would you even bother with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, again, a video like this, meant to be neutral, you react to it, you learn. Wings was okay with me doing it. You react to one of his hater videos, that's harmful, because now you're literally giving them attention they don't deserve, right? You see what I'm saying? It's very different, and moving forward, I absolutely do not ever want to do reactions to that kind of content and put a highlight on something that's harmful, toxic, and benefit or harm someone or benefit someone who's profiteering off of the harm of others. Okay, so please understand that. All right, I'm not going to do that. But if there's videos like this that are neutral, and you guys would be interested in seeing me go down that road with you, that journey, and experiencing it together, and me commenting my thoughts on it, I would love to do that. Seems in general you guys really enjoyed this. So in summary, I like this a lot. Frederick Knudsen, thumbs up for me. Great content. That was really well done. And the story of Wings, in summary, certainly he's a flawed human. He's got issues. I hope his issues at some extent in the last few years have gotten better for him. I don't know. But that is definitely number one. It's a cautionary tale of getting popular somewhere when you don't have a guideline of how to do it right, and then you get goaded into shit that's bad. You get pulled into situations that are drama filled, and you just keep having it happen. And because you don't have the support system in place to help you, and you don't have the knowledge base because no one's done it before you, you don't know what the right choices are to do. I was making similar, if not, in some cases, directly doing some of the same mistakes he did over the years. Difference is it was different parts of my life. Like, I knew when I was in the competitive Street Fighter community, I made those mistakes with money matches and shit. So I don't care when I come to YouTube. I don't care about being the top guy playing Street Fighter. I don't give a fuck. I'm just putting out entertaining content. I don't need it to be my bravado, say I'm the best. I don't care. I know I'm not the best. I don't give a shit. Okay? But he didn't even have that experience. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like, again, he's not perfect, but definitely a better perspective on the guy. I just wish you guys would stop ragging on him. I mean it, too. Like, I see it in my streams and stuff, and I kind of snicker and laugh every once in a while, but I think the guy deserves to have a life outside of being the butt of everyone's joke on the internet. And it would be nice, every once in a while you do the look, listen meme or whatever, fine, but I don't need to hear about it every stream. I just don't. After seeing the perspective and everything, you guys are laughing at this guy when he's breaking down and fucking crying because his life is horrible and he hates everything about it, and he's having a mental breakdown. And that's not funny. It's not. Especially for someone who's been there. It's not funny, man. It's disturbing. It's fucked up. And people need to stop. So I wish that there was a way to stop that shit. There's just not. You know what I'm saying? I just, you don't know what to say. So, anyway, that's my take on it. All right? Now, by the way, thank you to everyone who did support these streams today. I really appreciate this. Okay? What's my plans for the future? So this is the end of the first one, right? I'll summarize. I liked it, but this is not definitely something that I'm going to be doing all the time. This is not something that I'm going to be doing in replace of my other content. This is an attempt to me to kind of try to diversify my content, all right? And the other thing is, I doubt I would even be able to do it frequently if I wanted to, because I have to get permission to watch these videos. Unlike other content creators who just steal, I'm not going to do that. And I need to protect my own business. If I just take someone's video and watch it in its entirety and comment over it, I stole the video. That's not even fair use. You're stealing. You have to get permission to use an entire video like that, okay? So I don't even know, realistically. Like, maybe if I talk to Frederick, perhaps he would let me watch some more of his content. I've already gotten permission to watch my own video, but it's only 30 minutes long. But outside of that, maybe, if there are other things that he's done that you guys like, and you'd perhaps like to see me do, maybe I would consider doing that. And then, if there are other kind of documentary style stuff like this that's factual, not biased, I would consider doing that as well. But only in that, I'm not watching drama videos about people, man. I'm just not doing it. I'm not going to be doing harmful shit. I'm not going to be Keemstar. I'm not going to be these fucking people who do these channels and things based on. I refuse to hurt others with my content, okay? I'm not going to do it. So, yeah, I need to run it by the content creators who made stuff you guys want me to watch. by all means, let me know what you think in the video comments of this series. You could tweet me, you could email me, you could let me know what kind of stuff do you think you'd like to see me cover in the future, in a series like this, okay? But it has to be something kosher. It has to be something that's factual, that's a documentary style, that I can clear with a content creator. No, I'm not going to be able to watch a This Is How You Don't Play video of me. Those people are not going to cover shit, and you like, on a whim, of course, they're going to claim my content if I try to do it. You know, it's not going to happen, okay? Okay, awesome. Now, a couple quick shout-outs here to end the stream. Griffith the White Falcon did a $1.50 tip and saying, this is great. Much like your pre-stream podcast, a huge audience is tuning in. I know you never approved this kind of content in the past, but times change. Please keep it up. An anonymous tipper to me $1.50 said, I think the screens and wires that separate everyone now makes people forget that we're all human beings with faults and complexities and no one is perfect. And then, of course, we've got someone doing a tip and trying to slander Wings with a bunch of stuff that was not spoken of in the documentary that I'm not going to entertain for a second. That's exactly the kind of shit that I'm talking about. You know, I'm not going to entertain slanderous, defamatory shit about people in a series like this that's not corroborated because there's no point. You know, it's harmful content, okay? Fair enough? So, ladies and gentlemen, to those who watched live on stream all day long, thank you. You were a great audience. To those who are watching this on demand on YouTube slowly, thank you. I appreciate that. I hope that you're liking and leaving comments and letting me know everything about the video, what you thought, and leaving suggestions for the future. Definitely outside of the comfort zone that I'm used to, but people seem to really dig it. So, we'll see what happens, all right? It's a good start, good starting point, and let's see where this goes from here. Sound good? All right, guys, so that is it for Down the Rabbit Hole Wings of Redemption DSP Reacts. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for the support.